Headshots. Every actor needs them. Every actor wants to update them. You need a headshot. But how much do headshots cost? How much do I really need to spend? What's up? So when I was a young aspiring actor, I remember that I was looking for headshots. I had originally got them from a guy I was working with. He was like a construction wallpaper photographer, and he was kind enough to do the photos for me. He actually got me some pretty good shots. I liked his shots, they were really good. I may have gotten lucky. But for the most part, when your friend or somebody wants to shoot some photos for you, they're not going to be so good. So that's when you need to find professional headshots from a professional photographer with, like, professional lighting and gear and stuff and camera. So how much does all that cost? How much is a headshot really worth? Like, I remember, like, I was a broke struggling actor, and to spend 300 was like kind of already like I was like willing to do it. It was already kind of pushing it, but like 600 to $1,000, like shit, like that was a lot of money when I was acting. Like fuck, like that was like a lot of money. So now that I'm producing most of the time, that I'm shooting, producing, I know how much this stuff costs. I've shot headshots myself. Now that I'm on the other side of the camera, I can tell you from my experience what are the costs and how much a headshot really costs. So to break it down, a headshot, really you can do it with your iPhone. Now with, you got portrait mode on your iPhone, you just need some good light. That's really just it. A good headshot is you looking like you, not trying to look all, like all sexy and cute. It's just like, just you being you, like you in your inner zone, like just you, like just you, just take a minute, just breathe, just forget what's in your head. Your head's thinking is not good. Just stop thinking and just breathe for a second. Be you. And then have some good lighting and just have a nice good framing, composition. That's your headshot. You can do it with your phone. But if you want to raise the production value a little bit higher, a camera, right now I'm shooting on a Panasonic G7. You can get this on eBay now for like $200. A lens, you can shoot headshots with a 50mm. You can pick that up for like $50. I recommend shooting with an 85, like 1.7, 1.8. That's also like $150 used. So really a headshot, like a professional shot, for the camera itself costs maybe like $300, $400, and then you need a flash or lighting, and that's another like $150. So just to have that equipment costs like $500, and then you need to have the person that shoots it, the skill behind that person, know how to composition, and like the photographer needs to talk to you, so you're not like all stiff. They gotta relax you and get you in the zone. That is, they gotta know those techniques. So you gotta have the equipment, which is like $500. You gotta have the photographer's skill and techniques, and then you gotta have the editing. Because after you shoot all this stuff, you gotta edit it. It's called retouching. You gotta just clean up the image. You gotta get rid of the blemishes, get rid of the, the ugly stuff. Don't go crazy with the edit. Just do some light retouching. So that's really all it comes down to, headshot. So really, nowadays it is so easy for anybody to shoot a headshot. Honestly, I feel like $300 is already like. You better be a good photographer, and you better have some good gear, and you better like have your lighting right. Like you got to be good for $300. Really, now with like TaskRabbit and all these apps and all these photographers, you can get yourself a decent headshot for $100. There's a lot of studios out there that'll do it for like $200, $250. You could go to them, which I probably would go to them because they are good. I go to them, but spending more than $300 on a headshot is kind of like. Shit, they better be they better do something so good that these headshots better be getting me, they better have like a rap sheet track record of these headshots getting like millions of people's auditions. Because I'm not going to name any names, but there's like top 3 people, you've probably seen them everywhere. Everybody's shooting with them that are charging like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. And these kids aren't working. Nobody's working. Remember my very first headshots, I was getting auditions with them. That was with my friend who's like the construction wallpaper photographer. His shots got me auditions. Then I went to a studio photographer. His shot was like $200 or whatever. Those shots were really good. Those got me even more auditions. But then one time I went and spent close to $600, and that got me nothing. So really, it's just a good headshot comes down to it's just nice composition, you being natural, and like you're like your inner essence, and just lightly touched up. Headshots gotta pop. That's really about it. So those are headshots. My final verdict is a good headshot should cost no more than $300, and sometimes you could even do it yourself or have a friend do it for you. Hopefully that helped and gave you some clarity. Now go out there and start booking those jobs.